So, I'm filming without any preliminary preparation. A few words about the route. The route consists of a start from Priskovi, a village in Khakassia, a walk through the Transvalsky hill, and the main point, to reach the headwaters of the river Kia. Locals, especially from Priskovi or Belogorsk, know this area as well. There were gold miners a long time ago. Well, in short, it is the route from Priskovi to Belogorsk. An approximate map distance is 50 kilometers. I think it's about 55 or maybe 60. So, from the top of Transvalsky hill to the river Tatarka, from Tatarka to Kia, and from Kia to the river Bezimanka. There's a ledge Belogorsky there. The whole route runs through the wildlife area. The weather will be fine, and I calculated that the moon would be out in the evening and that it wouldn't rain. We'll have to walk all the way, mainly near or across the water, and through the taiga. There are no roads there. The altitude difference is about... well, hell if I know what the difference is. I think that may be from 1,500 to 400 meters, something like this. I'll climb up the Transvalsky, then we'll go down to the valley of the river Kia. I'll try to show you. Here's the route, about 55 kilometers. I'll try to focus the camera. Ah, I see. And by the way, I wanted to say that I wouldn't cut the video and would keep it the way it is. So, somewhere here, don't know whether you'll see something or not. Here's Priskovi, that's the river Nikolka. Nikolka runs then into the river Tatarka, and from the river Tatarka, here's the way through the hill Neshchasnaya, then again river Tatarka, and then river Kia, and straight forward. It is interesting if I will be able to see anything on the video on this map. I would like to watch it myself. Here's Belogorsk, the river Bezimanka, so this way down to the river Kia. Well, and I'm planning to go out from Priskovi, from here, and move up there, about 55 kilometers. So there are no roads there, no roads at all. While shooting, I'm going to film everything without any preliminary preparation. I'll try to make a one-piece movie, just as it was, no cuttings. I'll cut only focusing moments, something like that. Well, I mean the same moments as you've just seen. I'm planning to go about 2 days, with one overnight stop. We'll see how it will be. They say there's a road starting near the river Bobrovka, and it's quite easy to walk along there. Locals from Belogorsk go up to the river Bobrovka about 25 kilometers. I don't know exactly, and I don't want to calculate. Well, there will be no road probably, even not probably. I'm pretty sure of it. I've been there once on a motorbike just to have a look at this place. The road goes straight, somewhere down the river, and somewhere through the taiga. Well, we'll see. I went on the 1st of September. I will go on the 1st of September 2012. I was preparing this route, just wanted to try this route for 2 seasons, to be more precise. The idea came at the first season, and on the second season I almost decided to go, but at last I changed my mind. Don't know why, but simply changed, and didn't go anywhere. And here's the 3rd season. Let's see what it will be. Without any cuttings, don't be surprised if you hear some bad words from me. The 1st of September 2012. At last I went backpacking. I'm at the top of the Transvalsky already, and now I'll walk forward a little and begin to go down near the Veniaminovsky stream to the river bed of Tatarka. It is late, about 5 p.m. It's better to hurry up. I walk alone, having only important stuff in my possession. So I will be in the air later. So I went down through the taiga near the place where I had been earlier on a motorbike. Went down through the taiga across Nikolka. It's a kind of stream. I experienced some difficulties while reaching it. It was not easy, but nevertheless, that's Tatarka, and I'm on the little island surrounded by the river Tatarka on both sides. You can see it. It's quite difficult to walk. Now I'll try to fix my camera and we'll continue. It's quite difficult to walk because of the grass. There I can't see anything. And walking on stones, well, they're too slippery. Basically, it's quite a good walk. I was walking simply through the woods. There are cool areas where you could easily walk, but there's one negative moment: you will consistently stumble on something. You may go down the river, and I did. That's okay. Well, it's cool here, and I think of staying on it. It's nearly 8 o'clock. I walked without any troubles, went into the Tatarka river, and even moved forward a bit. It's quite easy. I damaged my legs a bit, and tomorrow probably it will be even worse. Goat traces everywhere. I didn't saw bear traces. I'm yelling, so you can hear me. The noise of the water is too loud. Well, everything is okay. My pants, I don't know whether I will manage to keep them in the same state after my trip. Now I'm going to stay overnight, as I've got bags of time, and I think everything gonna be alright. It's probably not the best variant to stay overnight on the islands, but at least I have some firewood here. Over there I will make a screen, right here. This tree will be like a wall. I'm going to place something under it from the other side, but there's a pig there. Okay, I can make it work. There's a lot of brushwood, and there's no need to go anywhere. Well, tomorrow I'm going to walk approximately in this direction. You hear the noise of the water. Everything is alright so far. The night's approaching. So now I've got a place for the night. I found some firewood. You can see here some logs near the fire. You see, it's enough wood here. Some stuff is already drying, but honestly it's not that convenient here, so it won't be easy to sleep for me. Some more firewood, I have it everywhere. But I didn't think of taking some extra pair of shoes. It would be better now if I had a pair of sport shoes. That would be great. I don't know whether you'll see something or not, as the fire is not so bright. Today I won't be shooting any more videos. I'm going to eat some eggs, raisins with nuts, drink some hot tea and go to sleep. My back, my weak spot shows itself. I hope tomorrow it won't pop up, or otherwise I'm toast. I hope you will see something on that video, because it's really dark. It's about 2 o'clock, and the moon is unreal. It's really beautiful. I'm not sure that you will see it on the video. It's unreal. I'll try to make some photos. So, it's 8:35 in the morning. The night was great, and from time to time I had to struggle with the fire. Here's my sleeping area. Here was the fire. I was sleeping with my head laying there. The tent was like a wall, so everything was okay. Firewood, that's another story. I probably have a really dirty face, because I haven't wiped and washed it at all. I was making fireplace and my hands are really grubby. Well, everything was okay. I had to throw some firewood to keep the fire burning. I woke up once in 2 hours for it. So everything is okay. Well, and now according to the plan, this early morning, I didn't want to get up earlier. I woke up much more earlier, at 5, at 7, about 4 times at night. Towards the morning, the fire faded away and it became a little colder. But anyway, it was normal. There was no any bone-rattling freeze. It's warm outside, no vaporing for some reason. No vapor. And now I'm going to make a good fire, to boil some water for tea, eat some porridge, dried fruit, fish, and drink some tea. A proper breakfast, because later I'm sure I won't stop anywhere to have a snack. Well, I'll better wash up. I've dried my stuff, but in an hour they will become wet again. So I will eat in a relaxed atmosphere, will pack everything, and go. As for the dawn, it was exactly as I thought. The moon went down exactly at the spot where the gap is, and I referred to it in order to understand how long I had slept. It moved about the trees, first above one of them, then another, and I was keeping track of it, the difference of its position. Finally, the moon covered a long distance. It was out here and faded away approximately there. God knows how much it had covered. That's how it goes. Well, and here's the daylight. No animals, nobody bothered me, everything was okay. Only chipmunks don't sleep at all. Day and night, constant squeaking. I remind you that in my opinion, it's the river Tatarka. Well, it's time for breakfast. The coffee, 3 in 1, strong. It's a kind of savior for me in the morning. It's delicious. Well, the camera lens are fogged up a little, because I was walking through a humid environment. This is Tatarka, and this is how I walk down the Tatarka river. Here's a clear spot, which I had chosen to film a little. I haven't been there yet, so I'm walking this way. I could easily walk here, on the right side, but mainly, for example, like behind, it's like this. The first river which I had approached was different from this one. It was narrow, too narrow, I would say, and their altitude difference is very high, but here it is like this. So I'm walking, my feet are certainly soaked, and the much vaunted trousers are still dry. Well, it's okay. I'm walking, but walking on stones is not easy. Okay, I will shoot some video later. I stopped to take off my jacket, and I don't know where I'm now. Need to check out my GPS. I lost one of my drinking bottles. I had two of them. I've probably lost it while walking, but it doesn't matter. -1 kilo. I would also throw away all my food and leave only some buckwheat and Pacific celery, as I've packed too much stuff. Well, I'll move on. I saw a goat, and it ran through the wood like a bullet. A crazy beast. There's something big. A bird. Another bird flew up somewhere on the left. Here it is in the middle of the shot. It doesn't even care. It is sitting and looking at me. Okay, I'm moving forward. I've just figured out I'm too far away. I'm not even near Tatarka. Why did my navigator show me that I'm rather close? Why did I think that I was somewhere near Tatarka? It turns out I've covered such a small distance. That is not good. With such speed, I will walk for 5 days. I've just come to a very wide river, and I think it will be easier to walk here. Hope I'll walk faster now. Here are the views of Kia. It's really beautiful. The cliffs, nut pines, beautiful flanks, and the sides of the river flowing along the cliffs. So this is the river Kia. Well, I'm still upset that I covered only a small distance yesterday, and I will have to walk a lot today. But I assumed that the start would be the hardest thing. There was no road there, and I didn't know where to go. Here it might be easier, so I'm moving forward. Well, we'll see what it's gonna be. Well, finally I reached the place where two rivers, Kia and Tatarka, come together. I don't know what the time is. I'm completely exhausted. I need to have a rest and eat some dried fruit. The water in Kia is very good. I must say it's not easy. It was much more difficult than I could have imagined. That's where I'm heading to. It's about 2 p.m. Some fragments of everyday life. I hope it won't be my last video message. I'm so tired, it's only 3 p.m. I have to walk about 4 kilometers to reach Bobrovka. This is a lot for me right now. I'm exhausted and feel kind of an excessive heating effect or something like that. I took off my trousers, got my head soaked, and now I'll try to walk a little in such a state. I'm walking along the bank very slowly. Well, we'll see. But I'm too tired, and I would rather rest a little. And finally, I reached the confluence of two rivers, Bobrovka and Kia. Here I saw tracks of big trucks, and I was happy because soon there will be probably a road somewhere, and it's really great. I could easily walk. There, about 1.5 kilometers, I saw a clear and a good road along the bank, and I went there. Well, I walked into such wilderness. Everything is shredded. Bears' traces everywhere. Pine trees are barked. Logs everywhere. Holes in tree stubs plugged with some stuff. It's crazy. I lost the rut right away. So it's crazy, I ran like hell out of there. My stomach even clenched. Having an emergency flare and a knife, I was all torn. This is the most unpleasant thing. I felt very hot, like a heat stroke. I immediately washed up and refreshed myself. Now that's okay. Here's Bobrovka. I took several shots. I'll go on. It is 4:30 p.m. Well, there's some time. Well, it was hard. Well, I must tell you about the heart of the whole issue. When I reached the road near Bobrovka, the road is excellent there. I put on my trousers to avoid scratching. I was going really fast, and I thought that I might be able to finish my trip today. There were about 20 kilometers left, and I rushed. At last, the perfect road ran into the river, and I was walking along the river about 40 minutes. Well, everything here changes really fast. It's a kind of unreal. If you go 25 meters there, there's a Kia, and I realize that even if I hurry up, I will be walking for at least 4 hours. I mean 4, including 1 hour in the darkness. That's a mess. I thought I would succeed today. Well, I found some foliage, sown firs. Someone was clearing up the road. There it is. By the way, here goes the road, and for some reason, it turns aside there. So one road runs along the river, and another one runs here. I spent an hour cutting firewood. Here I'll have a place to lie down, and now I'm going to cook some porridge to eat. I think I have enough firewood for the night, and if not, well, I don't care. There's a lot of smoke from my fire, and there's a snow fog over Kia. And now if I'm not lazy, I'll go and take a picture. Well, it's the second overnight stop. Well, it's not a big deal. It's calm here, and there's a lot of birds here, mostly tits. It's a real pine taiga, but for some reason, everything is damp and burns not so easy. Well, there are no reasons for having doubts in this place so far. I found some water, and now I'm going to sleep right here. It looks like this. Okay, so here I will place a wall, and then we'll go to sleep. Here will be the fire. Well, we'll see. Everything must be okay. Tomorrow I will have to knock myself out. I'm tired of walking on water, very tired. Walking on stones, it is really hard. I kicked my legs badly. Here's the fog, about 200 meters of me. Well, it's not a fog, it's a smoke from my fire. This is how it looks like. Here's the river, and there you can see the smoke. I think it's gonna be okay. It's quiet and calm here, but there were a lot of bears' traces when I turned down a road running from Bobrovka. Traces everywhere. Well, it doesn't matter. I hope that everything will be okay. So, one more night has passed uneventfully. Speaking about safety, nobody scared me much. Well, there were some moments. It's not a big deal. This time the fire was okay. A lot of firewood remained unused. The fire was burning intensely all night long. Well, I had to get involved in this process several times, or otherwise it wouldn't simply burn. I hear my favorite bird singing. The porridge is being cooked. I'm drinking some coffee with condensed milk, and then I'll proceed. Today I'll have to walk at least 10 kilometers. Hope it will be the end. So everything is okay. Well, even though I'm exhausted, everything seems to be okay. But my hands hurt because of tree branches, sticks. I have scratches all over my body, especially here. And my toes are tired, my feet. But anyway, it's okay here. This is how I was sleeping, here near the tree, and here nearby runs the road. Probably some animals tried to walk along the road this night. I didn't even burn all the firewood. Much of it remained unused. The porridge has probably cooked already. Well, I'll check it out. Few minutes left. And there the river Key is flowing. That's how it goes. Well, I'm going to eat soon. I decided to capture small fragments of my trip. The real one. Well, it's going to shake a little bit, and you barely see something. My way is going through the river. You can hear the river Kia. Somewhere ahead there's Cerkovne, not pines. I'm walking and always mind my step. About 1.5 meters off me. I don't like long river crossings, as my legs start to freeze. Sometimes river crossings are rather short. There's not even enough time for water to renovate in them. And now this way. There will probably be a river crossing. That's how it goes. And now I've covered a long distance. My GPS shows 7 kilometers straight ahead. Today it's hard. I feel like I have a low body temperature. I feel weakness. And it seems that the water had become even colder. It is really cold. My legs get frozen. I was walking and hoping that there won't be any river crossing again, but I stumble upon them everywhere. The roads, there were several branches on the way, completely overgrown. For the people arriving here, it is easier to sail down the river. That's why the roads here are screwed up. Here I found someone's camp. Here's a log and another one. So here someone made a campfire. Some old cans. I decided to sit and warm up my legs a little and then proceed. I'll drink some water, maybe eat some dried fruit, warm up my legs and go on. The time is 11:30 a.m. There's too much water and I'm constantly in a worried state, as if someone's watching me. I didn't have such a feeling before. So I've just crossed the last shallow of the river Kia and saw a road. The road similar to the road near Bobrovka. I walked along that road. After walking about 10 minutes, I've met two people going towards me. Young man going to Cerkovne. We had a quick word about where everyone was going. They were very surprised that I was walking alone from Priskovy. But that's okay, isn't it? So I was walking and thinking about shallows. I'm really tired of them, and I can't take it anymore. When I stepped on the road, I thought, I wish it were the last shallow and lodge. And then they say to me, there will be the last shallow. It was like music to my ears. So I was dreaming about this last shallow, and here it is. So I will shoot my video when I'm in front of the shallow, or when I will arrive at the lodge. Here we go. So, I reached the last shallow across the river Kia. I don't know if the picture is good. I focused blindly. I was walking all the way, like this. As far as I understand, it's the last shallow. I cross it, and there's the lodge there. And that's it. My route is over. At least, the one I've been waiting for so long. Well, and I want to capture this solemn process of crossing the last shallow. That I came here, I managed to do it. Here's the way out from the shallow. I mean, here should I go. Nothing special, simply cool. The culmination, so to speak. Oh, I've soaked my legs again. Everything's leaking. Oh, absolutely filled up. My feet. Perfect for my feet. I was walking, and they've heated up. Hope I won't mark my camera up. In fact, there is fine people here. It's easy to walk. Here the river is rather quiet. Very small stones for the shallow. I mean, it's quite easy to walk. And of course, the godlike smell of the river. The depth of the shallow is slightly less than knee-high. I stumbled upon such shallows. They were deeper. There were plenty of shallows, countless number of them. Now I need a picture. I want to make a photo. Don't know whether I made it or not. Hope that I made it. I'm standing in the water. No hurry. Well, I'm okay because I've done it. And sometimes I had emotions that it is such a mess. A real mess. And I'm in it. That's just the way it was. It was hard, tough stuff. I wouldn't like someone to share this route with me, because I don't know what kind of pleasure it is. It's a real torture. I don't think I would take responsibility to take someone with me. And I knew that it would be like this. I was sure that it would be a mess from the very beginning, and it really was in the beginning, in the middle, and then further. That's how it goes. Well, here I finished the filming. Everything was okay. I'll watch this video home and remember this trip. I'll brush my teeth at last. I began chewing gum only on the second day. That's how it goes. I made a slight mistake, I think. It turns out that there is another shallow across the river Bezymyanka that is such a crap.